Good morning, good evening, or good night. I'm your host, Simon Redhand, and today we're checking out the Dragon's Dogma character creation preview they just let out. Dragon's Dogma, the game I'm very excited for years, actually. I remember when the online version came out, the multiplayer version came out, and it was like, why is this game only Japanese? Only when's the English version coming? Game ran for years and never ever had an English port. Capcom finally got around to saying, you know, we're gonna finally put some effort into expanding RPs. We're not gonna just keep belting out Street Fighters over and over again. We're gonna finally dig into the well of one of the games that probably one of the greatest games they've ever actually made. You know, Dragon's Dogma 1, Dark Arisen was one of my favorite games. You know, I think it kind of got overshadowed by oh, what's this?
Bell has told on the age of the console.
I didn't expect an actual cutscene to be in here. This is a character creation preview.
The Sovereign.
I think this is the same trailer they already showed us. We'll watch it.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
Learn aught you can of this world you must protect.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon.
From this moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and
Here's my chance.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here?
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
pitiable arisen. Why dost thou fight?
Arisen.
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Show me the path thou wouldst walk.
If ye intend to do what I could not, and fell the dragon true, I would gladly pass all the wisdom I possess into your hands.
Yeah, that trailer looks great. I've seen it before. Figured I'd just let it run. I didn't think it'd be in here, but I really enjoyed the story of the first game. Maybe I'll go through it one day and talk about what it was about a bit. But for this, right now, we're gonna be focusing on just making a character for the launch of the game, just to kind of speed up the process when launch day comes. And I love character creators. Right? I love taking the time to make detailed characters. I'll make several of them if the character creator is detailed enough. So I appreciate them taking this route and allowing us to get a head start on that, because if it was launch day, I'd probably spend the first day just screwing around and making my character just right in the image that I have in my head of whatever this person is supposed to look like on screen. Oh, my process, everyone's different about how they like to go about creating characters. Like my brother, when he plays games, he loves making his characters look exactly like him. I mean, I have like a stable of characters in my head of like, this is what they should be looking like. If the name is taken, I'll go make another character that matches that template I have in my head, and I'll go through them. I'll go through and make an entire character, and if I can't find the template or the collection of images and skins that go together that actually match my character, I'll just scrap that whole character. All right, I can't use this character because the model doesn't have enough pieces here to make it. I'm glad they added both, because this game's gonna double, right? Because you got to make your main character, which is the Arisen, but you also have to make the pawn, which is your primary partner. And then if you ever play the first Dragon's Dogma, you have your main character, and then you have the primary pawn, and then also you can pull other people's primary pawns when you're online. It's like that's their pseudo online feature. And then your pawns will learn as you do quests, and as you gather, and as you do certain things, and as you complete certain quests in a certain unique way, they'll take it back. And then players will like hire your pawns if they're smart enough, and you know, they'll come back with items and stuff like that. So they kind of do some offline grinding. It's kind of a really unique feature, and it's really crazy that it took them almost a decade to come around to a part 2 of Dragon's Dogma. So we get the opportunity to choose a preset or create new. I generally, because I really enjoy the character creation process, I usually create my characters from scratch. So we're gonna go create new. So what we have to choose from here just looks like we have male, female, male beast. I think they're called beasterins, and female beasterin, right? I don't remember the feline race being in the first Dragon's Dogma. It has been a few years since I have played it and created characters in it, so I don't remember what you were allowed to actually create. I think I remember the race being in the game in terms of being NPCs. I don't remember being able to play them, but I'm not sure. It's been a while. I usually make a pretty tall guy or a pretty big guy. We'll go with this and see how high I can crank the height. So when you create your character, you can change your character's appearance, but you can't change the race. So let's start with the face adjustments here. The faces are not looking bad. I like the texture. They look pretty realistic so far. I always jump to the black characters to make sure like the black characters actually look black and they don't look just like white guys with dark skin tones. And this actually looks pretty good. Let's see what other faces they got. Now, is it all preset faces? Hopefully they have some sliders going on. I like when the character creator gives you a little outline where you can start off with, and you can kind of adjust the sliders, because sometimes the slider game can get kind of crazy, right? Like I play a lot of Black Desert, and Black Desert's character creator can do a lot of unique things with the slider action. So hopefully this game gets that detailed when it allows you to slide. But so far, these faces look really realistic. You can tell they went out there and photographed some real looking people, or maybe this is just the engine itself and what it allows, right? I like the old man faces too. I might have to make an old school grizzled looking warrior dude at some point, right? What would I go with? This dude looks like he's straight out of The Wire. You guys watch that show? It's a classic from like 20 years now, Jesus. Let's see. We'll start with this as a baseline. Let's look at the hairstyles. Of course, we have to have the Killmonger swoop in there, because apparently this represents black people from here all the time. I don't know how this hairstyle caught on. It's such an absurd hairstyle. But I've noticed every game when they have black hairstyle, this one is now the most prominent. It used to be the afro, the microphone pump afro, and then followed by the fade and all that stuff. But I'm glad they have some more in here. I like this hairstyle. I kind of wish it was locks all the way through and not just locks in the back, braids in the front. This is what my hair curling looks like, except much longer. I actually like this one a lot. I most likely will go with this, because this is how I am looking right now these days. But when I go to work and all, I tie it back like this. I don't know. I kind of wish you were allowed to have the full locks all the way through. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the braids in the front. So I'll go with this for now. Oh, you can do more adjustments, eh? Oh, this is just like the width of the face, so, alright? This is what adjusting. First of all, my skin tone looks darker, or lighter. Look at that. This is not the same character. Oh, the hairstyle is tied to the face. So I pick this dude, and I want to get the locks. I can't. What kind of design is that? So I can't put locks on this face. This guy can only have crew cut. This guy can only look like henchman number 1, eh? All right, that's kind of unfortunate. Let's see if later I can change this, because I want the hairstyle. I'm not trying to get that skin tone and that facial features. I gotta be able to adjust all that. If I can't, then it's gonna be weird. Yes, we like to customize it further. All right, is this the full thing? Yes. All right, so for the height, we're gonna crank that baby up. I wish they used realistic numbers. How am I supposed to know which one of this is actually? I'm trying to go for 6'5", my height in real life, and I don't know what this actually caps out at, because what is 215 supposed to mean? But we'll keep it. We'll leave it at the highest height. Torso. Oh yeah, so the sliders in this can get real wild. You can already tell. Just looking at that, I think 50 is proportionate. We'll crank it to 10. Just get a bit longer leg action. Tighten the torsos there. Actually, no, we'll put it down 45-ish, maybe. No, 42. Muscle style. Let's see this. Realistic patterns too. I like how this is looking though. I like the detail they put in there. You can tell that you can spend some hours in here. The amount of effort they put into these muscle styles is kind of crazy. You've never actually seen a game have this many options there, and you can see the definition. Is that what the strength means? Is the definition of the muscles? I'm not seeing it change much. I'm not seeing anything here. And then trap size, yeah, he be shoulder shrugging all day, just as he does. He just, in between fighting monsters, it's just shoulder shrug action all day. But we already get some good traps in there though. You can't be having the wide body and then, you know, no trap action going on. It's unacceptable. I think 20 looks pretty good. Upper body mass, you know, for that big honking bruiser type. I actually did like the default. The default looked good, and that was at 60. Well, go tap it back a bit. Lower body just skipped leg day. Every chance he got, he was like, no, forget squats. I don't mess with those. It's just all bench press all day. Bench press, push-ups, pull-ups. That's the game. So we'll go for the. We'll keep it. Actually, I don't mind the normal size for the leg. Upper body. What's the difference? Oh, this is muscle mass and this is size, and that's just gonna change. This is the waist action. You know, I do like the belly. Even though I go to the gym almost every day, my diet sucks, and I'm getting too old now. I can't really outwork it, but you know, I got a little bit of gut action going because of that. So you know, gonna do the representation. You gotta keep it right. You know. Lower body. Kind of want to roll out there with the biggest guy you can get at this point now, but no, we're gonna keep the lower body in proportion now. Let's keep it matching. I like how that's looking so far. All right, so we did the upper body, the head. Let's mess with the head. I don't really need to mess with any of this too much. What I do want to do is change the face though. Usually I find when you're doing character creator, the default head proportion is usually right. And even so, you can't really mess with it too much until you get the face down to where you want it to be. And I'm not there yet, just because I don't like the face it gave me when I picked this hairstyle out. Oh, I thought this was almost there with the lock. Those were all preset faces before, and these are all separated. So you can change the style and mess around and see if you can find this way. Which is kind of weird. Kind of hoping they do it the first time, so now I'm a bit confused with the beginning there, so I can just go back here. This is the same hairstyle, but now it has 2 strands on the side, but the strands are locks. Let me zoom in here. So this is kind of throwing me off. The strands themselves are locks, but it's just braids in between. I think someone got confused and they made this hairstyle, not recognize that this dichotomy doesn't make sense of having 2 locks at the front on both sides, and then you have braids, and then you have locks in the back. Like, the effort it would take to put this hairstyle together is absurd. It would have someone who literally has a fro at the top of their head and only has lock strands at the back of their head, and then every time they go braid up the front, and then someone has to go do retwist the back, and then they're like, remember the 2 at the front? Like, nah, don't braid those. Lock these up too, so I can have these 4 loose strands at the front of my head. I don't know, for some reason this is bothering me, because it's so weird. I appreciate them for trying. They can fix it by making all of it just a tight ponytail. This ponytail here is basically what you're looking for, except it's all locks and not weird, like this same thing, like half braids. Like, what is this? This is like someone woke up and just got tired halfway through. It's just like, all right, no, I don't have the patience for you to the cane roll my whole head. Just do 4. What about I'll give you 6. I'll give you 4 and 2 halves. How about that? Okay, all right, give me 4 and 2 halves, and then the rest of it, just throw in the man bun. Okay, that's all I want to do with the rest of my hair. Okay. Oh man, let's see what else. So we're probably gonna stick with this. That's definitely a hell no. It would have been this if the whole thing was locks and didn't have the braids in the middle there. But we're gonna go through and make a bunch of characters while we have time for it, and then I'll come back and check it. But that's my little rant on the black hairstyles that are available so far and why this doesn't make any sense as a hairstyle, just looking at it functionally. What else? So something about white locks is always looks good. And I think that's because of Tekken. It's got that guy Leroy in there, and he's got the white dreadlocks. You're like, you know what? I wouldn't mind rocking some white dreadlocks. You know? For this, we'll just do maybe some light grayish action here. What's this doing? Oh, you can move up the blend. That's cool. That's a really cool detail, actually. I like that. Sheen position. I don't see where that's adjusting. The eyebrows. What do we do with the eyebrows? Nothing too crazy here. Natural looking as best you can. I don't mind these. I don't mind number 9. Don't mind number 4 at all. Got the single cut looking like Jason Momoa over here. Number 8. I don't mind. We'll go with number 9 though. Keep the color 1. Facial hair. This is where we're at. Do we have a good beard here? The thing about beards that they always miss is that you always get some good beards, you get the Merlin looking beards, but they're usually never any good black beards. You know, black beards are usually a bit thicker, a bit coarser. You kind of got to settle for like the goatee action because they don't look right otherwise. Like, I like these thick beards, I just kind of wish it was tighter together, like a little more coarse, right? It's not a bad look. Doesn't fit. Might end up with just like a chin strap action. Yeah, none of these beards fit for me. Which sucks, I do like some good facial hair on my characters. I like getting a good strong beard. Can't work with a beard at my job, so I think I was gonna keep my face clean shaved. But when I can in game, where I get the opportunity to, I like making my character with a nice one of those like Freeway or Rick Ross beards. What? None of that's here. None of that's available here. These don't fit for me. So what we'll go with is, what I mean is, like, because when I say there's no black beards, you're like, a lot of people can for sure grow beards, but when you look at these beards, they're all straight hair, right? And usually you could tell they're beards, but they're not beards for black people, just because of the way the strands are coming out. So it kind of throws me off. I look at it when I see locks and I see a beard like this, because like it just doesn't make sense to me. This beard is actually kind of close. I just don't like how musty it kind of looks, right? I would rather have it nice and tightened up, a nice fade to it. Oh, nice, not fade, but like nice strong lines to it, like it's been lined up. This just looks like it's just left unkempt for years. I don't mind this actually more full. So I like this tip blend action, but I don't think we can make it more full. We can make it gray. I don't know what this is attempting to adjust. I still don't like the face though, so I gotta go back in a bit to figure out if I can adjust that face. Body hair. Oddly enough, I don't have body hair in real life like this. I have some, but it's not visible the way this is visible. So we're going to go with, well, not completely clean. Oh, it's also attached to the arm hair too, eh? Why not? We'll go with this. We make it even more dense. Yeah, you can get wild with it. We're gonna go nice fade. Shoulder width, let's see. Shoulder size -21, that's how that goes. Not that big yet. Working on getting up there, but not that big yet. Chest thickness, looking nice. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Chest size. The arm length, I think, is fine. Usually the goal is to have it a little bit longer than this. Probably like halfway through the torso, up through the thighs, right? Yeah, that looks right. The waist width, get him looking like he actually adventures for a living. Rear size. Yeah, you know, I do be caked up. Let's see how that looks. It's not bad. Character I'm going to be making is most likely going to be a big, heavy, greatsword beast type. Got to make sure he kind of matches that role also. But I have been seeing some videos of that I don't know what it's called. It's using a spear. A spear, it's something. I'm trying not to watch too many videos and cutscenes of the game because I don't want to be spoiled by anything. I already know I'm going to play the game, and with games like that, if I know I'm going to be playing it, I just wait until the game launches and I just experience it as it comes out. I don't need to watch video clips. I don't need to watch other people playing it. I don't care about their reviews. I'm already going to decide for myself after I buy the game how I feel about it. So I don't need any of that input. So I've seen some clips because, you know, it's very hard to avoid all that stuff while you're going through and you know, just enjoying your everyday life on the internet. And so I've seen some clips on the shorts that look interesting, and the spear class was also catching my eye. What is this changing exactly? So it's like walking with more purpose at 100, and then at -100 he's kind of like, it seems like he's kind of slouchy. Is that what I'm seeing? This is a lot of detail where it's like, I've never seen this kind of detail into how your character's gonna walk. But I can see that it's getting more feminine. Like, so I guess if you go all the way to the left, it just gets completely feminine. Oh, this is like, you can just make an old person like this. He's got complete kyphosis, which is, if anybody doesn't know that, it's a medical term. It's basically his spine is completely contorted forward here. That's what he's got going on. This just doesn't know what he's doing himself. His knees are bent, chest is to the sky. We're gonna get ourselves standing up. Keep it upright. And in the elbows, no one walks like this unless they're just being obnoxious. This too much. We're gonna bring those in. We're gonna first of all stand him upright, because what the hell. I like the purposeful movements, so we're gonna keep that going. The elbow angle, yeah, you can see that purpose coming through. He's all the way up there. This guy walking down you know he means business, right? This is casual business. This is enforcer right here. I like that. But we're gonna drop this down to about, I want to say 40-ish, 35, 40. A little more casual going. I think that's good. Still not good with the face. So let's fix that. These faces are not looking good. They're not coming together. Nothing too goofy looking. Some of these are too gone. This guy almost looks like a Disney character. I think it's the hairstyle making this difficult to really track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hairstyle off, make him bald, and then come back to it. That's actually not a bad looking character right there. That could be done. Anyone looking for a character, that could be like an easy finish right there. Generally what I do is, like, when you're playing, like, you're doing characters like Black Desert, you have to totally take the hair off, just because it really makes it difficult to see what your character is shaping up to be. And sometimes when you throw the hair on, it completely changes to a new character. I like designing with no hair, usually bald, and then coming back, because then you can make sure your character looks the way you want him to look in terms of facial features. This right here, some of these proportions and distortions that are happening right now are really strange. It did take me a lot of work to get this to a usable face, it seems. And then we will change the skin tone to be a bit darker, not that dark. I like the old man vibes. I'm definitely gonna make an old man character at some point. Make him super shiny, like he's been rolling around in Vaseline, like he's got the baby all over the place. We're gonna definitely mess with the jaw angle first. I'm gonna go down to start with the cheeks and jaw and the mouth, just so I can get his face right, because I already know I don't like how his jaw looks. So we're gonna see if we can round it up and puff it out a bit. There we go. Pull it out some. We're gonna pull it out and round it off some. We're probably gonna give a bit of an underbite going too. Looks much better than what it was looking like at the beginning there. A little bit of a little bit of a scoop. It's not bad. We'll do that around there. Cheeks now. Let's see if we can get this cheeks a bit fuller. We gotta bring them cheekbones down. Do we bring them down or do we thin them out? See, I'm trying to get this. Like, I want the bigger cheeks, but I don't want this moon face going on here. So I'm trying to get the cheekbones themselves a bit less pronounced than what it is right now. But it seems like it's attached to the face, the neck also, which I don't want the whole thing adjusting. But I might have to do it all at once and then come back down again. I'm gonna have to go back through and thicken the neck up a bit more also. Probably have to mess with the traps a bit more. We'll see. See, the original default face, it was so gaunt that it was difficult even looking at him as a character. Like, it didn't look good at all. But this looks much better, right? His face is much fuller. This guy actually looks decently realistic. I'm gonna mess with his lips some more because his lips are a bit thin. I'm gonna probably bring his mouth down a little bit also and probably put it in. I think we'll see what we can do there. Right there, even though it's subtle, like, it's a big difference to bring it all the way down like this and not have it all the way up the top of his face like that. I'm also gonna make his nose a bit bigger too. Corners. We're not smiling out here. World's hard. The lip thickness is good. I gotta try to keep the lips kind of in line so I don't look like he's got like a crazy underbite. Like, underbite's fine. A lot of people have an underbite. They don't want to have a crazy underbite going on. This guy's looking decent for my main character though. I'm liking what this turning out to. Let's get the ears. Let's check the ears some. Can we cauliflower some of these ears? No, we got like elf action going on though. The nose, everything about the nose looks fine. So I don't want to mess with it too much, but I do want to flare him a bit and then widen it a bit. Like that. Bring it down a little bit too. Give him a bit of a bigger nose. I think we're there with this one. Now just the eyes. We're gonna widen these eyes a bit more. Try to get the intensity down on these eyes. Put down some. I think he's gonna be sloping down a bit. I think that looks a bit better. Squint. Why are we squinting? What's that doing? Oh, it's kind of like a lazy eye almost. Do a little Zorro action. You know, Zorro keeps his eye closed all the time. Brow we gotta work on now. I don't like how that brow is looking. Looks a bit better. It has like a weird cap going on with the brow. You know, so you guys see that. It kind of looks like his face itself is a mask under his skin. I'm not sure what's causing. Is that from the brow angle? Like, what's happening? What's happening here that's making that look? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what's causing that look to come about. But you can kind of see it. Like, it kind of looks like his face is outlined by his eyebrows. And I'm not seeing what I can adjust on the brow to get rid of that, because I don't like that at all. So bringing that in, he's almost got a unibrow with that. Let's see if I can fix that though. It might be that. That might be it. Kind of get rid of some of that so it's not so... Yeah, that might be it. And then the spacing. Mess with that some more. I might just have to change the eyebrows altogether. I'm not like... like looking at them now, like, I don't like how long they are. How they're edging around the eyes like that. So I might just change them all together. I think that looks much better. His eyes needs some work though. Something happening here that I'm not liking. See, it's hard to describe what it is. Like, you can just look at it as like there's something off that needs to be adjusted still. So you got to go through. It's usually how the process goes when you're creating your characters here. You're looking at them. It's like, all right, it's almost there. There's a few tweaks here. Let's put the hairstyle back on to see how the face looks with the hair on. Let's see how it looks with the odd lock ponytail combination. Yeah. Still hate it. Still hate that. So I like how this is looking. I kind of wish I could get his eyes a bit sharper. Right now he's got like a pretty boy welcoming thing going on here. I kind of want to increase that intensity a bit more. So maybe narrow his eyes some. Actually, keep it wide and mess with the squinting. He looks less inviting. How many types are here? Oh, okay. These are just a bunch of high colors, but the way they come together, they're layered up. Probably go in there and just kind of do your own thing, which I'm not going to do. Oh, keep it natural looking. I like this. Don't want him too dilated. Don't want to look like he's there on them pills. Eyelashes, eyeshadow. Sometimes you can use the skin tones, right? Like you go around here. You could go with like a dark color, like a black or something like that, and then you kind of really bring out, like, you're trying to make a character like he's like been out there for a while or kind of tired, something like that. It's not just makeup, it's just about like kind of reflecting the tone of the character itself. You can use eyeshadow to kind of bring that out. Eyeliner, freckles. I usually put freckles on my female characters because I like how they look. Style, not as dark, not as diabetic looking, I would say. We're gonna go not for a black, but the natural human skin tone looking. I think we're there. Lips, we like to do lips as natural as possible. I would like to get a bit of a darker lip tone going. Dark enough to look natural. Teeth? I can remove my own teeth, huh? Okay, that's actually, that's pretty cool. Just be missing teeth. You can just, boom, I'm out one tooth right there. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Tattoos and scars. I don't like tattoos in real life. Some scars look interesting, so I can go with. This is the almost not Kratos. Let's see what else. Like, I don't mind scars. Scars are pretty cool. This is like a mark of just constantly fucking up in battle over there. No, we're gonna do some arm scars. We're not gonna have our torso jacked up like this though. But we're gonna do some arm scars. Yeah, I don't mind arm scars. I don't want it to be bright and fresh though. I mean, I can turn the intensity off. I don't mind a big one. You could tile it up. You could just have a bunch of them. I wonder how many scars you can actually put on. See, how many scars can you tile up on here? Second scar. We could do 2 so far. And that's more of like a burn almost. Let's move it up. Should move it down to forearm maybe. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Dirt. Max this out so I can actually see what's going on here. Oh, okay. Just been playing in the mud here. I don't want to put these on, but I think this would be cool. It was like as you're playing the game, those started forming on your body, like you're running around in dusty terrain, stuff like that. I wouldn't mind that. But this, I think this is a good first character. I like how this guy turned out. I'm gonna make a bunch of characters, save them up, and then we come launch day, we'll decide what we're gonna run with. But I like this guy so far. We're gonna save this guy. I want to finalize him. I'm really looking forward to this game. When the game comes out, I'm gonna be making guides. Gonna be doing full story playthroughs. Run on the classes. Probably gonna unlock all of them, play through all of them, do builds, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for dropping by. This is Dragon's Dogma, the character creator. The game is coming out, I think, on the 22nd, so we still got 2 weeks beforehand. I've already pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I'm gonna be getting on this game day one. However, I'm gonna be working a lot for the first 4 days when this game comes out. But definitely when I got my week off, I'm gonna be playing this game all the way through, pushing out content, because I think this game's gonna be well worth the time and effort. As always, thank you guys for dropping by. I appreciate you for giving me your time. I'm new to the content creation space, and I would absolutely love to have you come along this journey with me. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, check out other videos I got going on. I just uploaded some videos for Pacific Drive, fantastic indie survival game based all around having your car. If you guys are into those kind of games, if you guys are into those survival style games, definitely check it out. As I continue to produce content, I will certainly improve. Have yourselves a good morning. If this is the only video you watch of me today, a good afternoon or a good night.